guys. So it's 6 a.m. right now, and I am on my way to my training session, nice and early, and I'm noticing that it still looks like it's kind of dark outside, so we are definitely at the end of summer for sure, which is kind of cool because that means all the cool stuff's going to come up. You know, of course, Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I don't know about you, let me know what your favorite holiday is in the comments, but I'm obsessed with Christmas. Something about that time of year, I mean, you just feel it in the air. People are a little bit more cheery. I don't know if it's just because of all like the cheesy decorations that are all over the place, or, you know, people are just overall in a better mood because they're like, it's just that holiday cheer aspect, and the season of giving, and you know, the season of charity, even though that should be not really a season. But anyways, you guys know what I mean. There's always like holiday drinks, holiday treats, like things that are not made year round. They come, you know, that's the time of year that they get brought out. So it's like all the different pies and all the different cakes and all the different, you know, Christmas different, you know, dishes. Maybe it's a certain kind of casserole or whatever. Anyways, so as you can see, I'm still like in dreamland, rambling on, but I wanted to, of course, hop on and say, and just kind of like lend some encouraging words of being on this fitness journey, especially just beginning your fitness journey and having it become a true habit. Just continue, just keep going. That's really the biggest thing. If you look at a lot of interviews of a lot of successful people, that's what they always talk about. Just didn't stop. I was watching something with Nipsey Hussle the other day, and he literally was saying how it wasn't because he was any more intelligent, any more smart than anybody else. He wasn't any of these things, right? But he just kept the grind going. Like, that's why his whole mantra is and the marathon continues, because you just literally keep going. Like, it's not going to look pretty, it's not going to look it's not going to look like this glamorous thing, but you may not feel like doing it every day. You may not, there's several different reasons why we stop. But if you just continue to keep going, if you continue to look at situations and circumstances as a path that is falling in place for you, as opposed to, something that is negative. So whether it's like an opportunity that you felt like you wanted didn't come through, or maybe you're on your way somewhere and there was a accident that happened and it made you super late, but depending on your perspective on that, it can really shape your whole day, right? Shape your whole week. So that's when when it comes to fitness and the health journey and the mindfulness journey, and just kind of like getting on this like really grounded foundation of keep going. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to stretch you a little bit every day, even this morning. So my trainer was like, we're going to be doing 6:15 a.m. And the thing is, I'm actually an early bird, but like actually working out at 6 a.m., I'm like, usually I'm up, I'm like doing my morning meditation, I'm just spending time with God, I'm getting grounded for the day, I'm just like clearing out, I'm just like clearing out any negativity, bringing in positivity, and there's just, even if you had nothing bad happen, I mean, just if you open up your phone, there's so many different updates about breaking news this, breaking news that, and it's just like the negativity. So I usually, during this time when it looks like this in the morning, I'm like, up meditating or whatever. But when he said 6:15, I was like, but you know what? My perspective was like, this is supposed to stretch me. Like, if I know that I really do usually have, I guess it's not, if I know that I really do have better just better workouts in the morning. I'm more focused. You know, it's the beginning of the day. You're crisp. You're, you know, not much of the day has happened yet. So, you know, I haven't had a ton of phone calls yet. I haven't done a lot, you know, so my mind can just like really focus on this workout. And I always find that I really do love working out in the morning, mostly. More so than working out in the afternoon or in the evening. Because in the evening I feel heavier. Like I feel like I really am pulling together that last bit of willpower that I have for the day. Whereas right now I'm on full, right? Speaking of, I need to actually get some gas. What time is it? Do I have time? I think I have time. So I just wanted to get on here really quickly and just really encourage you to keep going. And that's really the main point of why I'm hopping on today. And you will see the results. And the results actually start with noticing that your mindset has shifted. So, and really quick, just about how things falling in place. I went to a softball game over the weekend and I was like super on time. I was on time, feeling good. You know, I had a great week of workouts. I was really, really good with like my nutritional goals. Had some healthy, hearty meals. I was took my supplements. It was a really good week in my health and fitness journey. So get dressed, I feel cute, get ready to go to the softball game. And it was the weirdest thing. I park it was at this college. I park at this college and I'm wearing heels, like cute little daytime heels. So I noticed that I'm like, where's the softball field at? So I end up asking people where it's at. And they're like, it's over here. It's part of the college, but it's like off site. And I was like, of course it is, right? So basically it's off site. So I have to walk. And I'm like, I'm getting an Uber, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get an Uber. It'll be here in a couple minutes. Because it said it's 17-minute walk and then if I took an Uber, it'd be like a 6-minute drive, right? So I'm like, okay, Uber. 4 Ubers canceled on me, right? And then there was like one time where I was like, okay, let me just walk. And I'm like, I started walking. I was like, nope, this is not going to work. So I'm like, I get another Uber. I call him and I'm like, look, Ubers keep canceling on me. I'm not exactly sure why, but please do not cancel on me, right? So he goes, okay, you know, no problem. Like I won't cancel. And I was like, I'll tip you, whatever. So then come to find out, he calls me like a couple minutes later and he goes, the reason why people are 1 second, I'm coming. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, thank you. He goes, I'm here before the gas station owner. But you know, okay, yeah. So he's like, it's because like they keep there's a lot of barricades. And I'm like, okay, you know, just my luck. But then I just sat for a second and I was like, for me to be so on point all week, I'm here even at this event on time. I feel good. And I'm like, this happened for a reason. This literally happened for a reason. How does this work? So I changed my perspective and my mom messed this up. Hold on, guys. Hopefully you guys will still be here. If not, I understand, but hold on. I gotta fix this real quick. I'll put my phone back in the car. Hey guys, so basically, long story short, I ended up being 45 minutes late. I ended up being 45 minutes late because of that. 45 minutes. And I'm like, that is so interesting. But then I kind of like took a step back. I was like, okay. And by the way, my belief system is like very spiritual, very like all is one. I meditate. I feel like I have a great relationship with God and whatever. So that's not the main point. But I started to look at it from a spiritual reason why this happened. And I should just like take it, like pivot my mood and just be like, this was supposed to happen. Like, and then I got excited. I was like, hold on. Okay, so then I got excited and I'm like, all right, now I can't wait to see what it was. Like why I'm going to see the reason why I was late, right? I'm going to see the reason. So I missed like an hour of the game, which, it was, first of all, it was super hot outside. So while I was waiting, I got to wait inside of, while I was waiting for all these Ubers I kept canceling, I got to sit inside of an air-conditioned museum. And I was like looking at, I was like, okay, since I'm here, they keep canceling. I'm just gonna look around, look at the stuff in the museum. I'm kind of a nerd in that way too. It's like all this like cool NASA stuff. And then finally the one Uber was kind enough to figure it out with me on getting past the barricades and all that. So now I'm in the Uber and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna see, there's gonna be something that happens to where I'm like, that's why I was almost basically an hour late. So I get to the game, get in, walking around, I'm trying to find the people I'm supposed to meet up with. And, they're actually like on the field, like in this VIP section on the field. So I'm, maneuvering my way. You guys know how like little like softball fields are and baseball fields, you're going through the stands and stuff. And then I'm walking down like some stairs. And I turned my head to the right. And then there was somebody that I've communicated with off and on for about a year, but never met in person. And so I turned my head to the right and that person was standing right there. And I was like, that's why I was an hour late. That's why I was an hour late. Because I was meant to bump into this person. And maybe you never know, that person might have just got there too. Maybe they were just about to leave. Maybe, maybe I wouldn't have seen them because like my head wouldn't have looked to the right at that exact moment and saw them. So ended up seeing them, connected and whatever. So had a great conversation and so I was meant to see that person. And I just was like, that was like pretty dope. Like, the fact that I shifted my perspective and got excited about what was going to happen. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? Why was I 45 minutes late? Why was I an hour late? Why did I turn my head at that exact moment? So it's all about perspective. And the reason why this ties in with health and nutrition and fitness is because it's like, if you just kind of get excited for like the part that is not fun, like get excited about like, it's been 2 weeks and I'm just not seeing any results. But then if you're like, okay, I'm not getting any results, why? Like, let's look, like, this is actually telling me some answers, right? Like the failures, the L's, the losses are actually learnings, right? So like, let me look back and like, try to like learn, am I really even they should put a thing right there. Wow. There's all this construction going on. Okay. So I would, when it comes to your health and fitness, it's like, why? Okay. Is it your sleep pattern? Are you working out consistently, but your diet is off? Is your diet on, but you only worked out, you know, twice a week. So maybe you got a little bit thinner or whatever, but you're not getting stronger because you didn't really like lift weights. Like you look back on the last couple weeks and you can look at me like, you know what? Okay, yeah, you know, I can improve in that area. You know, I can step it up there. I can add actually more weight. I can start to do 2 more reps at the very end of the workout. Even though I don't feel like it, you know, and you look at it like that and then just get proud of yourself for like realizing that, and then thank yourself, and then, you know, get excited about moving forward. So I just want to get on here and just tell you guys that story, give you a little boost. And yeah, so definitely I'm pulling up to my training session now. So definitely like, subscribe, share, all that cool stuff. I just love uplifting people in this area. I love uplifting myself. And so I'm bringing people along with me, you know, because it's definitely not easy. But one thing I can say is that I have figured out how to stay consistent, and I have figured out a couple of things for myself that have worked, and I want to share them with you guys. So again, yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you guys do to stay on point with your fitness journey, your health journey. And oh yeah, drink your water today. All right, bye.